Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with the beautiful Karina, my lovely prometida. And we're waiting for our welcome letter, if you want to call it a welcome letter, from the National Visa Center in New Hampshire. And that will have our case number, okay? Now we're in the K1 visa process just like you guys. Waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. But it's a process, and all you gotta do is wait it out, okay? Now my NOA1 letter is dated April 18th, 2022, and our NOA2 letter is dated May 30th, 2023. So if you like to do the math, that's 407 days from NOA1 to NOA2. And now we're almost in September, so probably by the first week of September, the end of this month even, we should get our email from the NVC in New Hampshire telling us they received our case, our K1 visa, from the USCIS Service Center in California. It takes between 90 to 120 days for USCIS to mail your K1 visa package to the NVC, okay? As long as you understand that, all right? Okay. So you're asking yourself, after probably 30 days of waiting after getting your NOA2 letter, I mean, you guys, you got to be patient, okay? If once 30 days have passed, you read the back of your NOA2 letter, and it said after 30 days you can send an inquiry to the NVC. Don't do that. Don't waste your time, okay? Wait at least 80 to 90 days before you send an inquiry. I say wait 90 days, okay? Now, the National Visa Center will not let you call them to do an inquiry on their case. So don't even try to call them. They won't take phone calls, okay? You can send online public inquiries, okay? Now, when the NVC gets your visa package, they'll process it. You might do an inquiry just as they receive it. What's the response going to be from the NVC? We have your visa here, but we haven't assigned it a case number. We haven't processed it yet, right? I bet you got that email. Some of you folks watching this video. The NVC is only going to provide you a case number once the case is basically in transit. What does that mean? Well, in transit means they've mailed it to your embassy for your beneficiary's home country. That could be Manila, Philippines. It could be Bogota, Colombia. It could be Peru. It could be South Korea, Japan, beautiful Egypt, beautiful Muscat, Oman, wherever. It's going to say in transit. Okay? And only you, Mr. Sponsor, will get that email, not your beneficiary. The National Visa Center is only going to ship your K1 visa, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once the U.S. Embassy or the consulate has a capacity to handle it. Okay? If for example, Bogota, Colombia didn't accept K1 visa cases for the month of July because they were overwhelmed with work. Okay? Now, if you don't get your invoice number with your case number, that's okay. Don't panic. Okay? Go into your SEAC account, follow the directions from the email from the MVC, and get started with what you can. But once you get the ready status, that's when you can pay the visa fee, fill out the DS-160, schedule the visa interview, get the medical exam scheduled, and all that. Okay, now I recommend you get your medical exam scheduled probably 2 weeks to 3 weeks before your visa interview. I think 2 weeks is the cutoff for the Philippines. All right, get that done. I recommend you complete your DS-160 when you've scheduled your visa interview, unless the embassy you're working with wants you to do the DS-160 first, then schedule the visa interview. Remember, folks, every embassy around the world has got their own way of doing things. So once you get your case number from the National Visa Center, okay, that means you're going to just wait for the ready status from the embassy, which means you're going to get the invoice number eventually. Some embassies are asking for invoice numbers, some embassies are not. It all depends on your embassy. Now you can fill out the DS-160 and save it if you want to, okay? Just save it online, and then when it's done, once you've got your ready status, you've paid your visa fee and everything, got your visa interview scheduled, then go ahead and submit it. And then don't forget to print the confirmation page of the DS-160. If you have your wife, your future wife, if you have a wife, you're going to be filling out a DS-260. Okay, but the DS-160 is for beneficiaries in a fiancé visa. Okay, now your visa's at the NVC. Okay, there are three steps. Okay, when it says at the NVC, that means that the NVC is processing your case and assigning you a case number, and they'll send you instructions. Okay, but most of those instructions are irrelevant because you're doing a K1 visa. So if you get instructions from the NVC to fill out the DS-260, blah blah blah, just disregard it. Okay, then you're going to get the Part 2, which is in transit. That means your case is being forwarded to the embassy by DHL Courier Service, and then you're going to get the ready status, which means you can schedule the interview online, okay, or wait for an interview date from the embassy or consulate. It varies from embassy to embassy, okay? So be patient during this process. And some embassies allow you to, Mr. Sponsor, Miss Sponsor, to attend the visa interview. Some embassies don't. Bogota, Colombia, the embassy in Bogota, Colombia, allows me to attend the visa interview with Karina, my prometida. In the Philippines, you can't, okay? So be patient, and remember, every embassy has their own way of doing things. And also remember this, okay? You don't upload any documents to the National Visa Center for a K1 visa. That only applies to a spousal visa. So if you are in a CR1, IR1 spousal visa, you're going to have to spend the rest of your life uploading documents to the NVC, trying to get it approved. That's why I don't like spousal visas, okay? They are a nightmare at the NVC. If you're going through the K1 visa, you don't upload any documents. You just got to have passport photos ready to upload for the DS-160, okay? Or you may take them to the embassy. Depends on the embassy. They may want you to upload the passport photos through the SEAC system, travel docs, or they may ask you to bring the passport photos to the embassy. Remember also, Miss Beneficiary, you're going to need a DS-160 for you. You're going to need a DS-160 for any of your children. So if you got 2 kids on 2 K2 visas, you're going to have 3 DS-160s and 3 visa fees to pay. 1 for you, Mr. Beneficiary, Miss Beneficiary, and 1 for each of the children. Okay, guys, so you get your NVC welcome letter, email, whatever you want to call it. You're going to get a case number, but you can't do anything with the case number until you get the ready status from the embassy. All right? Does this clear it up for you? Did I unconfuse you? I hope I did. Don't forget, I do a live stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. Central Time. Plus, I throw in a surprise live stream during the week to help you get through your K1 visa process. Okay? So join us at the live stream. I live here in Florida in the Panhandle near Pensacola, north of Navarre Beach. Karina lives in Bogota, Colombia, but she's originally from Caracas, Venezuela. We love everybody in Venezuela and Colombia and South America and Central America. Okay? Catch you at the live stream. Be patient during this process. Don't be in a hurry. Thanks for watching.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. See you later. Bye.